everybody, welcome back to F for Film. It's Alex Locke right here. I'm finally doing part 2 of my physical media tour video. We decided to set it up a little bit differently. Last time, just kind of got a bit wonky when I'm just standing up like that. So we're going to do it sitting down from here on out. I think it's going to work a lot better. It'll be a bit smoother. And most importantly, I think the videos might be a little bit shorter, which will probably work better in the long run for all of us. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Today we're going to be finishing up the letter C, because last time I only got through Close Encounters of the Third Kind. And then, after that, we're going to move on through the alphabet, and we're probably going to just finish up through the letter H today. So, without further ado, let's get started. First movie up today is Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. This is a great, great movie. I'm honestly, I feel like there's no reason it should be this good. But they really knocked it out of the park with this one. And also the second one also isn't bad. I don't own the second one, but I would definitely buy it if I ever saw it for cheap. But yeah, just a great movie. It's a lot of fun, very silly, but in all the great ways. I feel like we don't get a lot of good kids movies nowadays. Next up, we're going to do Cloverfield. This is a cool 4K I bought a while ago at Walmart. I think it was in back when Walmart sold the $5, $10 bins or whatever, and this just happened to be in one of them. So I upgraded it because I've been obsessed with Cloverfield since I first saw it way back. I don't even remember when this came out. What year did this come out again?
This 2010-ish, I thought.
2008. Oh wow. Oh, so this came out the same year as Iron Man. This came out the same year.
2008 is such a good year.
I know. Honestly, one of the best years for cinema. So I'm not surprised, and I remember the marketing being really cool for this too. So I'm very happy I have a cool 4K copy. Next up, this is a cool steelbook I have for 10 Cloverfield Lane, which is the sequel that, it's a sequel, but kind of not really. It doesn't really connect to the other movie, but then also the third movie also doesn't really connect, but they're all also supposedly a trilogy. It really doesn't make any sense. But either way, it's a very fun movie. I'm trying to check the discs here, but they're just basic Blu-ray and DVD. Yeah, very good movie, and John Goodman especially in this movie. Fantastic performance. I'm a big John Goodman fan, and I think he plays an immaculate villain in this. Come and See. This is one of the most harrowing war stories ever told. This is a nice Criterion copy. Do not go into this with a faint of heart. This is honestly a good movie. Watch it afternoon, and then you'll kind of have the rest of the day to sit with it, because this one sticks with you. It's a hard to watch film, but it is really, really good. Color Out of Space. This is another one I just picked out of a Walmart Blu-ray bin or something like that. It's a crazy Nick Cage cosmic horror film. Has some crazy body horror, especially towards the end. For most of it, just has a lot of really bad acting and Nick Cage doing his Nick Cage thing. But overall, it's pretty fun. It's a fun little watch. It's nice and short. Good time. Commando. I love Commando. This is one of my favorite Schwarzenegger movies. The beginning is literally just a montage of him hanging out with his daughter in the woods as they get ice cream and they pet a baby deer, and the rest of the movie is just him murdering people in extremely violent ways. It's a really good time. I've been on a big Arnold Schwarzenegger kick lately, so this might be time for a rewatch on this one. This is The Conjuring. I bought this trilogy set a while ago when they said The Conjuring 3 would be the last Conjuring movie. It's Conjuring 1, Conjuring 2, and then Conjuring 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. I forgot the title of that. I still like the cover. I think it's a cool little slipcase for a Blu-ray. But, yeah, it's still not the end. Just saw a trailer for the next Conjuring movie the other day. Looks horrible. So, yeah, you know what? Whatever. I'm probably just going to stick with these three. I don't think I'm going to be buying any more Conjuring movies anytime soon. This is a great movie. I got this at, once again, I'm not going to talk about it last video, my local video store, Soundgarden. This is a movie called Cop Shop. It is just a high-octane thriller with Gerard Butler and a bunch of other actors who I don't remember the names of. And it all takes place pretty much all at this police station. A lot of intrigue. Who can you really trust? Who can't you trust? Very action-packed, also kind of just lighthearted. They know what movie they're making. Very good time if you just want a fun action movie for a nice day. Coraline, we talked about Leica movies last time. This is another one of those I'm kind of sad I bought it before they released the 4Ks, but you know what? It's still a nice copy. Still has a lot of great bonus features. What more can you say about Coraline at this point? It is an amazing film. It is so dark. Barely a kid's film, honestly. This is closer to just straight-up horror in most scenes. Oh, God. Forgot I owned this one. It's Cowboys versus Alien. No, sorry, Cowboys and Aliens, not even versus. Yeah, it's Daniel Craig and Harrison Ford, and they're cowboys, and they kill some aliens, and the aliens look bad. The acting's pretty bad, but in the movie's pretty forgettable. But you know what? It's still kind of fun. I feel like we don't get a lot of movies nowadays that are like this, or if we do, then they look worse. At least this was like shot on like a location, so it's not like horrible looking for the most part. And Daniel Craig's still fun. He's always fun. Ooh, this is a good one. This is one I saw with my dad a while ago called Crawl. It is a set in Florida during like a giant hurricane. Everything starts getting flooded. A girl goes back to try and save her dad because she thinks her dad might be trapped in the house. He is. And on top of that, now there's some alligators in the house too. So they have to fend off against this house that is now pretty much just completely submerged in water with a bunch of alligators swimming around. Very tense, really, really good. The alligators, like from what you see and everything, they always look good. You're never taken out of the scene by them or anything. Fantastic movie. I really recommend this one. I'm just gonna do these two together. It's Crank 1 and Crank 2 High Voltage. These movies are great. These movies are just a wild time. It's Jason Statham. He basically is dying, and then he now has a little thing in his heart that as long as he constantly keeps his blood pressure up, or his adrenaline up, then he will pretty much never die, it seems like, especially when you end the first one going into the second one. They have lewd sex scenes, a lot of action, a lot of really just insane editing choices. These movies aren't good, but they are kind of fun. Ooh, this is a fun one. Crazy Rich Asians. This is just a fun... I think this might be the first John M. Chu movie I ever saw. I mean, obviously now he's going to do stuff like Wicked and everything. But no, this movie's very good. It's a very nice romance film. It's all shot very beautifully in China. I'm a big fan of this movie. And yeah, no, it's just a nice time, especially for like a nice little date night or something. This is another Walmart Blu-ray bin pickup. I actually just watched this recently. It's called Crazy Samurai 400 vs. 1. It's supposedly the story of Musashi, who's like a legendary swordsman, and how he killed a whole like school of people. It might have been better, honestly, with a bigger budget. For a lot of this, the cheapness really does wear thin, and I'm not gonna lie, I skimmed through certain scenes of this because eventually it is just the exact same sword fight over and over and over again. So not a big recommend for me, but I own it, so why not? Alright, so next up, this is a film that my girlfriend actually showed me for the first time, I think last year, maybe 2 years ago, Crazy Stupid Love. Great movie, incredible cast, it's really funny. I love kind of movies that have like multiple storylines at the end all kind of intersect. I think it's just honestly one of the best ones I've seen. Emma Stone and Ryan Gosling especially, just like, they're so cute together. I love them in this, love them in La La Land. Can't go wrong with this one. Alright, I'm also going to do these two together. Creed 1 and Creed 2. I like these movies quite a bit. I think this is an incredible follow-up series to Rocky. I don't own Creed 3 yet. I do want to buy it eventually. But for now, I love Creed 1, love Creed 2. I have the Rocky movies as well, but I do consider them kind of separate series. But yeah, no, I think these movies are fantastic. And if you've only ever seen the Rocky movies, definitely these are worth a watch. These are much better than your average Legacy sequels for sure. Okay. Alright, so next up, this is one that me and Andrew actually watched together in theaters, and I think we literally saw it in theaters for like the week it was in there. Crimes of the Future. The movie's really creepy and weird in all the best ways. The whole Cronenberg family at this point, they all love their weird body horror stuff. I think this one has a lot of interesting ideas, like the idea of like eventually our bodies are just gonna start being able to like dissolve plastic and stuff because we already eat so many microplastics and stuff. It's it's a lot of gross stuff in this, but I really do enjoy it. A lot of cool like body modification stuff. Really, really good movie. If you haven't seen this one, which a lot of people I don't think have, I definitely recommend this one.
The purple bars look delicious. I want to eat them so bad.
Those are just kind of looking at me. Those look like a Willy Wonka treat. All right, Crimson Peak. Guillermo del Toro, one of my favorite directors. I literally just saw a trailer for his new Frankenstein movie last night. This one is a cool gothic horror that he did. It's not even horror, really. It has some horror elements to it, but it's more of a gothic romance. Tom Hiddleston's really good in it. Definitely recommend this one. I feel like it's more of his more underseen films. Keeping on the Guillermo del Toro train, this is Cronos. This is one of his very first, might be his first, like, big film. It's all in Spanish and everything. It's about a little, like, relic that essentially is making people age, but then can make other people younger. It's creepy and weird, also kind of funny in scenes, which is, that's just Del Toro's kind of general style that he likes to do. So definitely recommend this one. This is a nice Criterion copy that I bought a while ago, alongside another one that you're going to see soon. Cruel Intentions. I was so happy to find this at a thrift store when I was in college. This movie's kind of hard to find. It is sexy and weird and a lot of fun and very, very sleazy. Like, don't watch this with your parents around. But it's a lot of fun. Sarah Michelle Gellar's really good in it. Also, like, very, very, like, 90s soundtrack to it. Definitely recommend this one if you want, like, a kind of fun romp in the hay almost for this one. Cujo! I like Cujo. It's a pretty good Stephen King adaptation. It's a rabid dog attacking a family. It's a... Yeah, I don't know. This one's never, like, jumped out at me too much, but, it's a good one. Maybe I just don't like seeing rabid dogs. But it's a good movie. Apparently Darren Aronofsky might be making a remake of this for Netflix. So whatever that looks like, I'll be here for it, because that could be very interesting. Probably just going to be like Cujo's. It's going to be like just a bunch of rabid dogs. Kiyoshi Kurosawa, man. This guy, son of Akira Kurosawa, Cure. This is one of his best films. It is about it's about murders happening by someone who essentially is using hypnotism to make people commit these horrific murders. This movie, it's a very dark watch, but I definitely recommend this. It's a little long, I would say, but if you set aside a night or an afternoon to watch this one, I think you'll have a really good time. It's shot really beautifully. There's a lot of just like standstill shots and then they just sit there and soak in the atmosphere. Really recommend this one. He also just made a new movie last year that I only just recently heard about called Chime, which is only 40 minutes long, and you can watch it for free online. So definitely, if you're a big Kiyoshi Kurosawa fan, you should definitely watch that one too. Another Criterion edition. I'm a big fan of Criterion, if you couldn't tell. This is a weird one for me. It's just like a regular Blu-ray case, but then just has like a Criterion slipcover. But it's Curious Case of Benjamin Button. I also got this at Soundgarden, I think, last year. It's a long movie. It's a long one, but Brad Pitt's pretty good in it. I like it overall. I don't know if I'll ever really rewatch it, but I remember watching it as a teenager and being like, ooh, this is very artsy and cool, and I'm cool for watching it. So I definitely want to have my own copy. Dallas Buyers Club. A lot of great Oscar-worthy performances in this. Very sad movie. One of the only times Jared Leto has been watchable on screen. I would definitely, if you haven't seen this one might break your heart a little bit, but it's very, very good. Definitely recommend. Daredevil. This one might break your heart for different reasons. This is the director's cut, which is the better cut of the theatrical and director's cut. But, it's not great. It's not great. I don't think Ben Affleck's great. I don't really think Julie Garner's great in this. But it's fine. I think Kingpin's pretty good in it. And I do think Bullseye. I think they nailed the look of Bullseye more than even Disney Plus has so far. So that's saying something. But overall, this movie, it's not that good, but I like having a copy of it. Dark City. This is an underrated one. This is a old school sci-fi horror, similar in the vein of something almost like The Matrix. Very cool. Almost had like some body horror elements to it. And the ending, if it doesn't surprise you, get your money back, because this movie's weird as hell. It's a lot of fun. My dad recommended this to me when I was a kid, and then after I watched it on like a VHS copy, I finally bought a Blu-ray a few years ago. This is a cool one. This I just got recently. This is my only For Your Consideration copy. I found this at a thrift store in my college town. And it was funny because then after I bought it, I talked to a guy at a film festival, and he was like, oh yeah, he's like, I'm the one who donated it there. So this is cool. I mean, I'm probably never going to rewatch Darkest Hour. I mean, it's just kind of a long, boring movie about Winston Churchill. But, it's cool just to have a For Your Consideration copy. The annoying thing is it also doesn't fit on my shelf, so I have to slot it on top of other movies. But, oh well, the things we do for the love of movies. Dark Water. This is a cool Arrow copy. And I will be honest, I bought this maybe 2 years ago now. I still haven't watched it. I don't know, maybe it's just too spooky for me. But I am planning to get around to it. Maybe I'll watch it this upcoming Halloween when I do my annual 31 Days of Halloween or whatever. So, it looks very creepy. The trailers are really good. I think I bought it because I had like an Arrow Blu-ray sale, and that's why I bought this one. So, I guess I can't really recommend it until I watch it, but I have heard great things. The Day After Tomorrow, I also don't really know if I can recommend this one, but this is just because it isn't that great. But, it's a fun little Jake Gyllenhaal movie. It's like the weather's chasing you the whole movie. It's kind of long, it's kind of boring, but also, like, it definitely has some, like, fun scenes to it. But in terms of Roland Emmerich's big, like, action, destruction movies and stuff, I don't think this is one of his best, honestly. This is the original The Day the Earth Stood Still. It's not the remake with Keanu Reeves. I really like this movie. I saw this a while ago. This is like the original black and white one. I think like it has a cool message to it. I've always wondered, like how will we react if alien just showed up one day on the doorstep of the White House? And I think this movie has a really interesting ideas to it and everything that it flushes out pretty well in terms of it's pretty short runtime, honestly. So if you haven't seen the original Day the Earth Stood Still, highly recommend. This is my nice Criterion copy for Dazed and Confused. Very fun movie. Honestly, very fun summer movie. I love this one. Oh my god. Alright, after it fell apart on me. I love this one. I'm a big Linklater fan. You're going to see a lot of Linklater movies in my collection. This movie is very fun, kind of sleazy as well, but in, more fun ways, I guess. And, it's just kind of fun to watch just a bunch of people, and they're just kind of hanging out and doing a thing. That's what Linklater does best. So if you're missing friends or something, and you just want to, I want to feel like I'm hanging out with the guys, stuff like Linklater's movies are always a good time. This is a cool Criterion. I bought this last year, and I just watched it this year. Defending Your Life. This movie blew me away. It is sad and funny, like in equal measure. It's Mel Brooks, right? No, Albert Brooks. It's Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep, and essentially they're both dead. The movie takes place as they're kind of in the waiting period to see if they're either going to be reincarnated or move on to heaven. This movie has a lot of just fascinating ideas I've never seen explored in any other medium. And I don't know, this movie just blew me away. As soon as I watched it, I was recommending this like all my family members and stuff. Really funny. You can watch this with pretty much anyone. I don't want to say kid friendly, but like it's definitely more of like a family film as well. Highly recommend this one. I'm very happy that this is a Criterion blind buy for me. Deja Vu. I've seen at least 90% of this movie. I remember watching this on like TV before at like my aunt's house, I think. And then, I don't know, maybe like a few weeks later I saw this at a thrift store, so I decided to buy it. This is a cool movie about, like the feeling of deja vu, but you take that and you put it into an action movie where maybe it's a bit more than just a feeling of feeling that like you've done this before. Cool movie. Denzel Washington is always excellent at everything he's in. So, yeah, definitely recommend this one. It's a very fun movie. Demon Slayer Mugen Train. I don't own a lot of anime films, but this is one I had to buy after I pirated it illegally. So this way, now I can say I do own it. I have watched this copy, the better copy. Gorgeous looking. I'm not the biggest Demon Slayer fan, honestly, but I mean, it's always been gorgeous, and the action in this one especially blows me away, especially that final fight. Whew, so good. The Departed, one of Scorsese's best, honestly. Big cat and mouse game, especially, rats play a big part in the movie. Great cat and mouse movie about cops trying to catch the criminals trying to catch the cops. You never know who you can trust. Great time. The Descent, this is a cool Walmart slipcover copy that I bought last year. I love this movie. This movie is dark as hell. It's got some really shocking moments in it. Some of the most aggravating characters that you've ever seen on screen, but not the main character. The main character is incredible. This movie is really, really good. I'm a big fan of the director. I have a few of his movies. If you haven't seen this one, I definitely recommend. I don't recommend the sequel, but this first one, if you go into this pretty much blind, I think you'll have a good time. Also, if you have claustrophobia, you might want to stay away. Just saying. These are the 2 Despicable Me movies I own. Only 2 I'm ever going to own. I like the first 2 well enough. I like the first one a good amount. The second one I think is fine. But one day I'll show these to my kids, and then I'll pretend that the other 2 or 3, however many Despicable Me movies and Minions that they've made don't exist. But these 2 are pretty fun. They're a good time.
With 3 new mini movies.
Oh yeah, and these both have 3 mini movies, so I don't know if they're the same one. It doesn't say. So I might even have 6 of the same movies. Detective Pikachu. Sadly, I think this is the only Pokemon movie I own. But no, this was a good one. I was kind of shocked about how good this was. It's not great, but it's better than what I thought it would be. And Ryan Reynolds, honestly, he isn't great in this to me. I think Justice Smith is really good in it. I think the Pokemon look really good. So yeah, I know this is a pretty fun movie. You can watch this with your kids and stuff. I think you'll have a good time. Detention. I bought this a couple of years ago at like a thrift store, and I just watched it recently. This movie's weird. This is one of the weirdest horror films. I don't know if I can call it horror. It is horror, but it's not. I don't know. It's a very strange movie, but like I couldn't stop thinking about it after I watched it. I think the director had a lot of fun making it. He's kind of poking fun of himself too. It's also, you know, if you like Josh Hutcherson, I think this is one of his very first roles, and he's trying to be all cool in it. It's kind of funny. So if you like that kind of genre, I think you'll like this. Back to another Guillermo del Toro and Criterion. This is The Devil's Backbone, another one of his early Spanish films. This one's also very creepy and weird about like a leftover missile and stuff. Some zombie kids. I don't know. This one's it's not up there in my favorites of his, but I do enjoy it. Devil Wears Prada. I love this movie. This movie's really fun. This movie's just like, it's a good time. It's really well written. It's well acted. Apparently there's a musical version in the works, which I'm excited for. Meryl Streep is great in this. Highly recommend it. Even if you're a guy, I promise, I think you'll have a good time with this one. These are my Die Hard movies. I have only the first one in 4K because I found it for cheap, and I'm like, you know what? This movie's great enough that I need a nice 4K copy. The rest of them, this is just my Blu-ray collection for all the others. Quick rundown. 2, it's Die Hard again, but not as good. 3 is really good. 3 is a lot of fun. It's the same director as the original as well. That movie's great. It's got Sam Jackson in it as well. Highly recommend just going from this one to 3. And then 4 and 5 you can skip because they're really bad, especially 5. Oof, boy, it's the worst. My Dirty Dancing collection, I actually just watched the sequel last night in preparation for this. Dirty Dancing, the original, I love Swayze in it. It's really fun, very romantic, great soundtrack. I listen to the soundtrack all the time. And then the second one, Dirty Dancing Havana Nights, just watched that last night because Diego Luna is in it, who, right hot off the bed of Andor, I was like, I gotta see more Diego Luna. He's very young in it. He's all trying to be all smooth and sexy. It's fun. It's a good time, honestly. It's not as good as the first one, but I do enjoy it. It's only like 90 minutes, so like, what would it hurt you? Dr. Sleep, long-awaited follow-up to The Shining. I think this movie's pretty good. Mike Flanagan is one of my favorite writers of all time. Yeah, I mean, this movie's pretty good. I don't know if I can go as far as to say, like, it's great, honestly. There's a lot of things in it that don't really add up for me. But I do think that there's some great horror in this, especially, like, in terms of, like, child murder and stuff. You know, this movie has that. So, I mean, it pushes the limits, and I commend it for that. But, yeah, if you're going to follow The Shining, you know, you get the right team in charge, and I think you got yourself something like this. Dodgeball. I might piss off some people with this one. I watched this for the first time last year after I bought this copy. I don't like this movie much at all. I think if you guys watch this, I don't know, most of the jokes don't hold up at all. There's a couple funny gags here and there. Best part of this is Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is definitely having a blast. But honestly, this is not what I like watching Matthew Vaughn for. It has a lot of just like really sexist and racist and just, I don't know, just a lot of jokes that just don't land well. So, you know, but comedy is one of those genres. You know, not every great comedy ages super well. And this is just one of them. So, whatever. It's fine. Dog Soldiers, same director as The Descent. This movie has werewolves and the army. And you're trying to wonder, like, who's a werewolf and who isn't. The movie's cool. It's weird. It's creepy. It has really great body horror in it. Definitely recommend if you haven't seen this. Which, honestly, a lot of people haven't. So, you should definitely watch this one. This is Don John. I honestly might get rid of this. I got this from a thrift store. This movie's horrible. It's about Joseph Gordon-Levitt just being a sex pest. Scarlett Johansson's obnoxious in this. I hated this movie. I don't recommend this at all. It's bad. It's horrible. This is Dogtooth. This is one of Yorgos Lanthimos' weirdest and grossest movies that he's ever made. It's very strange. It's about like a strange family dynamic where the kids have pretty much never met anyone else except for each other and their parents. It's gross, it's weird, it's sexual, it's everything that you kind of love Yorgos Lanthimos for, honestly. So if you like a lot of his movies, I think you will like this. If you don't like a lot of his movies, such as like Poor Things, that I do think is a better movie, then you'll hate this. So, you know, this is just depending on your taste. This is Don't Look Now. This is my Criterion copy for it. This movie has a famous opening scene that I don't want to spoil for people, but yeah, this is It's a sad horror film, and I don't want to give away too much more than that. It's a sad horror film. This red coat plays a big part in it, and trying to figure out who the killer might be. And yeah, I do recommend this one. It's surreal and creepy and very sad. So this is Don't Breathe. This movie is about a bunch of people who break into someone's house trying to steal some stuff. Turns out this blind man that they're trying to steal for is a bit more than what it seems. And at first you're like, okay, it's a blind guy, he's gonna beat him up and everything. It's probably gonna be like kind of suspense horror in action. No, this movie gets really weird, especially right towards the middle mark. You'll know if you've seen it before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You'll never look at a turkey baster the same way again. This movie is very creepy and weird. This is one called Doubt. I haven't watched this yet. I bought this recently. It's Philip Seymour Hoffman and Meryl Streep, and I believe it's about some nuns who basically discover that the priest that they work with is probably diddling young boys. I don't know. There's just, there's sometimes movies like this. Sometimes you need to really just be in the mood to sit down and sit with a film like this. So I'm saving this one for a rainy day, quite literally. But I do love Philip Seymour Hoffman. Obviously, I love Meryl Streep. So I'm sure this will be a very good watch when I do get around to watch it. I love this movie. This is Do the Right Thing. It's my favorite Spike Lee film. This is the big ass Criterion edition. It's got great big booklet with it and everything. I love also the art on the outside. It's got the entire neighborhood on it, which is really cool. Yeah,
such a good movie.
This movie is fantastic. Andrew knows what I'm talking about. We took a whole Spike Lee class. Yeah, this movie is great. It looks beautiful too. If you watch this in the summer, you're just like, oh man, I want to go outside. But it's great. It's sad, but also it really does make you think a lot. Great performances all around too from a lot of actors that would go on to be in bigger things. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one. This is one of his earliest films and still to this day one of his best. All right. Looking at this, I forgot how cool this cover is. This is Drag Me to Hell. It's a wild Sam Raimi movie. Lots of insane, gross horror stuff in it. It's nice and fun though. If you like a lot of weird Sam Raimi movies, you'll enjoy this one if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, it's basically a woman. She gets cursed, and then a bunch of horrible stuff happens to her. A lot of fun with this one. Let's do these ones together, because not only are they all Dragon Ball, they're all Broly. This is my Dragon Ball Broly collection. It's the original 3 films. The original Broly film is great. The second one is not as good. The third one was borderline unwatchable, and it's under an hour. That's shocking how bad that one was. Dragon Ball Super Broly, this movie's great. Amazing soundtrack, great action. Pretty much the entire film is just an action scene. I love this movie. This was the first thing of Dragon Ball I had ever seen, and it led me into finally reading the entirety of the manga series, and now I'm all up to date. So thank you, Dragon Ball Super Broly. Dream Scenario, I picked this one up last year. This movie really got me. I don't know, this is kind of a divisive one, but I really enjoy this one. I think Nick Cage's performance in it is really good. I think it's a really just interesting idea that they went with. This is more what I go for when I watch an A24 movie. Just a really weird idea that someone is able to just stretch out into a movie and really flush it out. And I think this movie does that very well. Dredd, this is much better than the original Sylvester Stallone Judge Dredd movie. This movie's great. It's Carl Urban, which you won't even know because he never takes his mask off. Great action. It does slow-mo very well, and you'll know exactly what I mean if you watch that movie. Yeah, it does slow motion better than pretty much any other movie I've ever seen, too, which is a testament in and of itself. This is a really good one. I definitely recommend. Not enough people talk about it anymore. Drive. This is the movie that we all thought would be a big Ryan Gosling action movie. Instead, it's just a man sitting in a car for a while. This movie's really good, though. I mean, it made a lot of us just fall in love with Ryan Gosling right then and there. Definition of just the cool guy in this movie. We all love the jacket. It does have some action in it, but just it isn't an action movie, though that's how they marketed it. But this is a very good movie. It's honestly still one of his best performances, too. I mean, he's a lot more than just a pretty face, but in the movies like this really showcase that. This is Drive Away Dolls. This came out, I think, last year. This movie's great. This movie is just a fun romp, you got Margaret Qualley, so if you loved Substance last year, this is a much more tame movie for her, honestly. This movie's great. It's got Pedro Pascal in one scene. It's like a buddy road trip movie, all with a whole, almost like a Pulp Fiction element to it. I really enjoyed this in the theater. I had a wonderful time. This is Steven Spielberg's directorial debut, Duel. It's about a very angry truck driver chasing a guy through the desert, pretty much. It's It's not great, but in terms of directorial debut, you can see where Spielberg got his roots, and especially like the ending, very cool action scene. This movie's good. I definitely recommend it if you're a big Spielberg fan. We're just gonna kind of go through these one at a time here. This is my Dune collection. I love Dune. I'm a big Dune guy. This is Jodorowsky's Dune, or Jodorowsky's Dune, I believe is how you actually say his name. This is the documentary about what we were originally going to get for Dune before we eventually got the David Lynch version, which I'm not a big fan of. But this was going to be what Jodorowsky was going to do. It was going to be weird, let me tell you, but this is a really fascinating documentary. Jodorowsky is just an interesting guy to watch talk about movies. You know, sometimes when you have an auteur director like that, it is just fun to sit there and watch them just talk about it. But yeah, I highly recommend this documentary if you're a big Dune fan with the recent films. David Lynch's version of Dune, this is not good. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of this, and I've seen it before the Dune movies, and then after the recent Dune movies, I rewatched it. No, it got worse, if anything. This just doesn't hold up in terms of its filmography, sadly. This is the Children of Dune sci-fi miniseries. This adapts the second and third books of the Dune series into one storyline. Honestly, pretty good. Young James McAvoy is in it. It does cut out some stuff for budgetary reasons, but especially in terms of a sci-fi series, this could have been a lot worse. Before the next Dune movie comes out, maybe right after, because you don't want to spoil yourself. But this is a very cool miniseries. I definitely recommend it. I don't think enough people know that this exists. I got the Dune Steelbooks. This is the Dune Steelbook for Denis Villeneuve's first Dune movie. One of my favorite movies of all time. And then, of course, he followed up with Dune Part 2. Another one of my favorite movies of all time. I'm a big Dune guy. And these movies are just phenomenal. Just masterpieces of cinema. And I had to get the nice 4K copies because, of course, I did. I mean, these are some of the ones that I was willing to spend some money on.
Just in case no one believed him, that's right near our front door.
Forgot I even had that. Alright, so continuing on. Dunkirk. Not one of my favorite Nolan movies. I think I just have a basic copy for it or whatever. Yeah, I don't know. In theaters, this was kind of cool, I guess, like the sound design, but honestly, this might be like my least favorite Nolan film I've ever seen. Edge of 17. I don't know if a lot of people have seen this one. Haley Steinfeld, she just got married today, so congratulations, Haley. And, what's his face? Woody Harrelson. If you can't tell, I'm really bad at actor names. But yeah, no, this movie's really good. He plays like a teacher, and she's just a student and everything, and, they just have a good relationship and everything, and she's, working her way through, being 17 and 18. Really good movie. Very heartfelt. Made me tear up a little bit when I watched this for the first time. Live, Die, Repeat, or Edge of Tomorrow, or Live, Die, Repeat, Edge of Tomorrow. Whatever you want to call this movie. It has a million different titles. It's never going to get a sequel, sadly. This is one of Tom Cruise's best movies ever made. It's fantastic. It's really cool. It's really, really cool. It's based on a original Japanese manga called All You Need Is Kill, which is way better than either title they went for with the movie. That's actually getting an anime adaptation next year. But more to the point, this movie it is really good, and they wanted to do a sequel, and they just never got it off the ground, sadly. But yeah, no, this is a great movie. If you haven't seen this one, if you want, especially if you want a Tom Cruise movie after some of his recent great ones, then I definitely recommend this one. Ed Wood. This is a Tim Burton, Johnny Depp one. I haven't seen this one yet. I think I bought this like right around the same time that the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial started, and then I just haven't been in a big Johnny Depp mood, honestly. So I haven't seen this one. I'm sure I will, but I own it. So this is a movie that I barely knew existed. God, 8th grade. This movie, I've seen this movie probably 5 or 6 times, honestly. This movie blew me away when I first saw it. I think this is one of the most just heartfelt and just the most honest films that you'll ever see. The main actress in this, I forgot her name, Elsie Fisher. She really didn't want to act much. She did this. She was in Castle Rock Season 2, and that's about, at least all I've really seen of her. But she's been phenomenal in this. Bo Burnham wrote and directed this as well. This movie's really good. This movie made me cry multiple times. I showed this to my family, showed it to a few friends. Big fan of this one. Elf, another movie. Who knows how many times I've seen Elf. This is a every year at Christmas time kind of movie. I've made the pasta before. Big Elf fan. I mean, everyone's seen Elf by this point. But yeah, I love this movie. I really do. One of the most quotable movies ever made. Will Ferrell's really good in it. Highly recommend if somehow you haven't seen this one yet. This is a beautiful steelbook I got for Encanto. Disney did these weird Disney 100 steelbooks, and most of them looked really ugly, but I did like this Encanto one. I love Encanto, the film. I think in terms of Disney movies, it's the best one that they made in probably 20 plus years. And yeah, this movie, if you haven't seen it yet, it's a great musical about family and how every one of us are important in our own ways, even if other people seem more important in the big picture. This is a great movie. Definitely recommend this one. This is my steelbook for E.T., The Extraterrestrial. I love this movie. I remember buying a DVD at where did I buy the DVD? I bought the DVD, I believe, at a BJ's when I was with my grandma growing up, because she's like, "You've never seen it, you have to." And she showed me E.T. for the first time. It's a fantastic movie. One of Steven Spielberg's best to this date. Made me cry as a kid. Still makes me cry to this day.
Your mom or your grandma knows what's up.
Exactly. She really did. Everything Everywhere All at Once. I love this slipcover I have for it. Here's the... Oh, I forgot the Blu-ray. It has the exact same cover. This is a great movie. This is in my Letterboxd top 4 for a reason. I'll watch what the Daniels do next 16 times. This movie just... It's got everything. It really does just have everything you could ever want in a film. And yeah, it's one of my favorite films ever made. So if you haven't seen this, you got to. We're going to kind of breeze through the next few. This is my Evil Dead collection. Got The Evil Dead, the original. This is my steelbook for it. It's a classic for a reason. It's kind of weird too, because while it is a classic and while I do think it's good, I also think it might be the worst in the series, which is saying a lot about how good the series gets. I love this steelbook. I got this at FYE with my friend in Buffalo. This is my steelbook for Evil Dead 2. This movie, I think, takes everything the first one does, and it really does kind of do the first movie again, but better and more fun, and it really became the tone for the series and even the TV show that they ended up making. Bruce Campbell's great in this. The effects, for the most part, hold up pretty well. Great time. This is the Scream Factory steelbook for Army of Darkness. Another fantastic one. This one's 4K. This one has some mind-blowing special effects, especially the scene with all the little Bruce Campbells running around. It's I don't even know how they did that back then. This movie's a lot of fun. And I love how the Evil Dead series, each one is so different from the last that you never know what you're gonna get, and that it's part of Sam Raimi's charm. And this movie, one of his best. And then this is my copy for the Evil Dead, the remake. This is the one that Andrew got me last year. This movie, it was directed by the same man who did Alien Romulus. This movie, it's the original, but way grosser and way darker. The acting is still about as bad as the original, but everything else in this, honestly, is just a step up. So I mean, if you haven't seen this one, this is one of the few remakes. This one really does everything right.
Even the cover for this one reminds me of Romulus. I know this came
out. It does,
way
yeah.
before
He loves
Romulus,
his black and red covers.
Yeah.
Ooh, Evita. I love Evita. This is one of my favorite Andrew Lloyd Webber musical films. This has got Antonio Banderas, who I just watched the Zorro films, and let me tell you, man, oh man, he's a guy. I love him. No, this movie is fantastic. I love the music in Evita. I love the story. I love it's mostly based on real events. It's one of Andrew Lloyd Webber's best composed ever, which is saying a lot for a man who did Phantom of the Opera. And yeah, if you haven't seen Evita, which I know a lot of people haven't from who I've talked to, even in the musical side of things, you definitely should. This is a lot of fun. The Executioner. This was a Criterion blind buy that I still haven't gotten around to watching it. I bought it purely because, look at that cover. How could I not? It just looks so weird and wacky. I'm excited to get around to this one. I think it's Italian. I think it's it's Italian and under 90 minutes too, which is pretty cool. Oh, no, it's Spanish. It's a Spanish film, under 90 minutes. So I'm going to get around to this one. Maybe I'll get back to you guys. Ex Machina. I almost bought a 4K copy of this because I thought I had a 4K, but then I was I think I have a 4K copy. I don't have a Blu-ray. But either way, this movie is great. This movie, I saw this in IMAX last year too with a bunch of friends. This movie, it's one of the best films you'll ever see about AI, and it does take a more sympathetic look at it, which I'm not always a fan of, but in this one I do think the director really made it work in the best way. The effects are fantastic effects work in this, and also Oscar Isaac is just having a blast, which I can always get behind. The Exorcist, this is the extended director's cut. I'll watch as much of the original Exorcist as I can get my grubby little hands on. One of the best horror films ever made still this day. And also one of the few horror films that has not a single good sequel. And honestly, I think each sequel gets progressively worse, which is saying a lot. Because, man, oh man, the sequels are not good. So I will only ever own this one, but this is the only one you really need. This is The Fanatic. In this film, John Travolta plays an autistic superfan named Moose who hunts down his favorite actor of a B horror series. Yeah, no, this movie's horrible. It's really bad, but I watched this with my best friends, and we were cackling the whole time. I had to buy myself a copy. This movie's just terrible. But if you want like a good fun bad movie, honestly, we don't get a lot of fun bad movies anymore. This is one of the better ones I've seen recently. Literally, the tagline for it is "All he wanted was an autograph." This is my Criterion copy for Fantastic Mr. Fox. I'm a huge Wes Anderson fan. I think his stop motion work is honestly some of his best stuff that he's ever made, and Fantastic Mr. Fox is no exception. Phenomenal movie, amazing voice cast, looks incredible, fun storyline to it. Definitely recommend this one. Oh boy, The Fabelmans. I love this movie so much. This is Steven Spielberg's last film that he made. That makes it sound like he's dead. His last film currently. This movie is pretty much about Spielberg. The main actor in this, I think, was robbed of an Oscar just because he's young. This movie, it just tugs at your heartstrings in all the best ways. It looks incredible. The score is really, really good. It's got everything you ever want in a Spielberg movie. So if you love his whimsy and charm, you're going to adore this one. Fargo, great Coen Brothers film. A lot of really fun scenes in this one. A lot of good little witty one-liners and stuff. One of their weirder ones too. I love the Coen Brothers always do different things. Like they've never cornholed themselves into a single genre. And I've heard that the series that this spawned off of this was also pretty good, but I haven't gotten around to it yet. Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Cameron Crowe, very fun movie. Honestly, this and Dazed and Confused make a great double feature. This is a really good one. Definitely recommend. I don't know anything else Cameron Crowe has ever done. But Amy Heckerling directed this. Cameron Crowe wrote it. Got it. All I remember Cameron Crowe is a great joke in BoJack Horseman. So, but either way, Fast Times at Ridgemont High, fun movie, very funny, still holds up to this day. Definitely recommend this one. The favorite, back to some Yorgos Lanthimos ones. I bought this a while ago. I only watched it last year though. I love this movie. This movie's fantastic. It's like a gross take on a lot of like Victorian era principles and stuff. Amazing cast. Emma Watson's in it too, which like you don't see her a lot anymore. This movie is really, really good. It's very funny, sleazy in all the best ways. It's one of Yorgos's more tame movies that pretty much anyone can really get behind, which I think is why it won more Oscars. Ferrari. To be honest, I don't know why I bought a copy of this. I saw this in theaters and thought, yeah, this is pretty good. It has an incredible crash scene. Other than that, it's not wonderful, honestly. I wasn't a big fan of the storyline, but, I own it so I can rewatch that crash scene whenever I want to watch a good car crash. So, if you're ever in the mood for a car crash, Ferrari. This is my steelbook for Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Another movie that also has a pretty good car crash. This movie's great. I say what you will about Matthew Broderick because he's not a great person in real life. But, there's a lot of great movies. Very charming guy, especially in his younger days. So if you haven't seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, you're in the younger audience and stuff, you definitely should. It's a fun movie about, playing hooky. A Few Good Men, amazing Tom Cruise movie. I mean, I only watched this because everyone knows the monologue at the end, and then I was like, I guess I should probably actually watch the movie. And to my surprise, this holds up. This is a very good movie. And my Blu-ray's a little busted here, but it's just an older copy. But, very, very good movie. Definitely like this one a lot. I like a Tom Cruise movie when it shows that he is a great actor even when he isn't just hanging off the side of a plane. The Fifth Element. This is just a basic Blu-ray of it. It's a very fun movie. Very strange and surreal in all the best ways. Honestly, one of Bruce Willis's best performances in my opinion when he actually used to act and everything. Sadly, obviously, he has medical problems now, but even before that, I think he just kind of gave up on acting a while ago. But this movie's great. It's a lot of fun, very fun sci-fi romp, and we don't get a lot of original sci-fi work anymore. I'm just gonna, that's the 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. I bought this at a pawn shop or something. I don't know. I own them. They're all horrible, so I can't defend this. They're just bad movies.
Save them for Valentine's Day.
Just bad. This I can defend. This is the Final Destination collection. This was all the Final Destination movies until about a month ago. I love the Final Destination franchise, one of my favorite horror franchises of all time. The kills keep getting crazier and crazier. Not every movie is wonderful or anything, but I think, like, for the most part, you can pretty much pop any of these on any given day and just have a fun time if you're in the mood for some gory ass kills. And the new one might be my favorite in the whole series. So if you haven't seen that one, definitely check it out. This is Final Fantasy VII Advent Children. I don't know. I was a bit confused by this, I'll be honest. I've played some of the Final Fantasy games. I don't know if I've ever completed 7. This movie doesn't do a lot to catch you up on anything. But from what I remember, the graphics were pretty cool. And Sephiroth has a sick villain. I mean, he just looks awesome. So, I mean, if you want some cool CGI animated action scenes, watch this or just watch the scenes on YouTube. Back to it. This is Fire in the Sky. This is an alien abduction film. Genuinely, alien horror can really get to me sometimes. There's a movie you can only watch on Prime. They never made a physical copy of it called The Vast of Night. I made the mistake of watching that one time at midnight. I didn't sleep the entire night, and that movie's only like 90 minutes long. And this movie is kind of just in the same vein. It has the most horrifying alien abduction scene you will ever see. It is grotesque, and it's uncomfortable, and it makes you not want to watch, but also you can't take your eyes away. Definitely recommend this one if you haven't watched it. It's kind of hard to track down. The Florida Project. This is I got this from I think a library sale. So I had so many stickers all over it. One of the A24's best movies. Sean Baker, who just won a bunch of Oscars for Anora last year. This is I believe his like big breakout film. The children in this, just like they're so natural on screen. Willem Dafoe is amazing in it. It looks beautiful. This movie will break your heart, but it's very, very good. It's well worth watching. I like it a lot more than any of his other films. Following, this is Christopher Nolan's very first film ever. Criterion made a Criterion edition for it. It's about a guy basically tailing people around town, just kind of trying to get ideas of natural people for his next book, and then he gets involved in some trouble. It's fun. It's under, I think it's like an hour long, pretty much. It's fun. It's a cool one. He basically shot it all just like, I'm just going to shoot on the streets of London. He wasn't asking for permission or anything, and that's a lot of people's original breakout directorial debuts. And you can see where Nolan was going, his career trajectory in this one. Alright, next up, Forgetting Sarah Marshall. This is one of the best comedies ever made. Jason Segel hangs dong in it. The only thing that doesn't really hold up is the fact that Russell Brand's in it, and he's a creepy, weird sex pest. He's in another movie I own that I just watched the first time last week. He's also the worst part in that movie too. But yeah, besides that though, this movie holds up. If you watch this like after a breakup, honestly, just keep watching this over and over after a breakup. Eventually, you'll get over it, man. I promise. Four Lions is another thrift store pickup. I haven't seen this one yet, to be honest. I don't really know what it's about. I think I saw it in like a Watch Mojo video, and for like best dark comedies, and I just haven't checked it out yet. So I'm excited to get around to this one, and I'll get back to you guys. Next up, Foxcatcher. This movie's crazy. Steve Carell. This is his best role in my opinion. He is terrifying in this movie. It also has what's his face, Channing Tatum and Mark Ruffalo as twin brothers, not twins, but like two brothers, and basically, he's coaching them, and this is a true story, and I really don't want to spoil what sadly happened. It's a heartbreaking story, and this movie really depicts it very well. One of the best biopics you'll ever see. Frances Ha, a Noah Baumbach film. This is the Criterion edition, which is very nice to have. I also believe that this one's out of print, so if you have this, good for you. This has Greta Gerwig in it, who obviously now she's much more known as a director, but she's an actress as well. She's very good in this movie. It's just kind of about a woman learning how to find herself. So fun little charming film, and Noah Baumbach really knows how to write. Frankenweenie. This is not one of my favorite Tim Burton films. I mean, you can tell I probably just got a cheap Blu-ray somewhere. I like the theory that the dog is all connected, from Corpse Bride to Frankenweenie, and then finally to Zero in Nightmare Before Christmas. But Frankenweenie, it's fine. It's not one of my favorite Tim Burton movies, but if you haven't seen it, I guess it's worth a watch. Free Guy. Surprised I own this, honestly. I don't even know where I got this, because I don't know. This movie's fun. It was fun in theaters and everything. It had all little cameos and stuff. It's not wonderful, but it's kind of what I feel like a lot of people don't like Ryan Reynolds for anymore. But I think he's fine. I think the movie overall is also pretty fine, but it's honestly kind of forgettable. From Dusk Till Dawn. This movie's great. If you like Sinners that just came out, you'll love this one. This is Tarantino, and it's what's his face? George Clooney. They're basically two guys, and they go to this sleazy bar and everything. Selma Hayek's in it, and then about 30 minutes into the movie starts, and you'll know what I'm talking about after you watch it. Frozen. I like Frozen. It's a good movie. It's not one of my favorites of all time. I think the soundtrack's good. I heard the stage musical is very good. I like Frozen enough that I want to buy a copy of it. I still don't own Frozen 2. But yeah, it's a good movie. Everyone knows Frozen. I'm not going to rant on about it. Whew, funny games. Michael Haneke. This is a dark, dark, dark serial killer movie. And it is made very interestingly, pretty much unlike anything else I've ever seen. The serial killer genre. Some really creepy, off-putting performances, long shots that just make you sit with this vile feeling in your gut. Really, really good film. Galaxy Quest. This is the best Star Trek film ever made. This has an incredible cast. It's pretty much Star Trek. It's basically the cast of a show end up as real people trying to save the galaxy. And it's a blast. Sigourney Weaver's really fun in it. Everyone in this movie is great. Tim Allen. Also, Rainn Wilson, he's in this. It's one of his first roles. Very, very fun movie. If you haven't seen it, check this one out yet. The Garden of Words. This is the same director who made films like Your Name and Weathering with You. I own all of his films. This movie is under 90 minutes, or I think it's under an hour, honestly. It's beautiful looking. The storyline's fine. The storyline's not that great. It's gorgeous to look at though. If you just throw this on the background, honestly, and just mute it, you'll probably have a better time. If you're into feet, this is your kind of movie. This is a weird one. I don't know. Gattaca. This is a sci-fi film that I haven't watched yet, so I can't really talk about it too much, but I want to. I bought a copy of it a while ago. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Get Out. I wouldn't be crazy if I haven't seen this one yet. I love Get Out. We all love Jordan Peele now, and this is still arguably his best film. There's a reason why this won so many Oscars. Or I don't even know if it won anything, but it got nominated for a bunch. This movie's great. It's fantastic. Everyone knows Get Out by this point. I don't need to rant on about it. Ghostbusters 1 and 2. It was just the first two Ghostbusters, the only two you need. The first movie, still to say, 5 stars easy in my book. I think it's pretty much a perfect comedy start to finish. 2, I don't think it's good at all. I don't think there is a good Ghostbusters sequel, sadly. But, I guess it's fine. But the first Ghostbusters movie, oh my god, I could watch that movie endlessly. Ghost Dog, The Way of the Samurai. This is a really, really fun Criterion film. If you haven't seen this one yet, Forrest Whitaker's in it. He pretty much just plays this guy named Ghost Dog, and he wants to live by the samurai code. And he's a killer and stuff, but also trying to mend his ways. Very good movie, very just slow pace, but it's paced well. It's one of those. Really, really good movie, and it's fun to just sit there with it. Ooh. Ghost in the Shell is a nice 4K copy of it, one of the greatest anime films of all time. I've talked to some people who think this movie is a bit slow. I personally disagree. I think it's really well paced, but it's gorgeous to look at. I think it has some really interesting ideas, and I need to find a good copy of the second one because I saw it for the first time last year, and honestly, it's just as good. Gladiator. 2 of my friends bought this for me for my birthday. This is a nice steelbook copy of it. This is one of Ridley Scott's best films. Easily, I wasn't a big fan of the sequel, but who cares, because as long as we have this and Russell Crowe, that's all you need. This is the Godfather trilogy. This is just, I think it's just regular Blu-ray. Oh, it has a little booklet in there too, it looks like. It just has some information in it. It's the Godfather. We know the Godfather. I don't need to talk about it. The first one's amazing. The second one's amazing. The third one's, it's honestly not that bad. Great films. All right. This will just kind of knock these out of the park real quick. Godzilla, this is the 2014 one, and I kind of have most of the MonsterVerse movies, yeah. Got Godzilla, Kong Skull Island, which is still my favorite in the series that they've made. Godzilla King of the Monsters, I don't think is very good, but it has some cool scenes. And then Godzilla vs. Kong, which is fun. I haven't gotten Godzilla X Kong yet, and now there's another one coming out. Honestly, these movies are just trying to grate on me. I'm not a huge fan of what they've done with them, and honestly I think the scale's all off on a lot of scenes, but there's a lot of stuff to like about them, and they're fun to pop on once in a while. Gone Girl, this is a good one. It's Ben Affleck, and the less you know about it, the better going in. There's a reason why so many people talk about it still to this day. David Fincher, he knows how to write a very, very good thriller, and that's exactly what this is. Oh god, I didn't even know I'd known this one either. This is kind of fun. I feel like I'm going through. I have a lot of movies. It's easy to forget which ones you own sometimes. So I have a Letterboxd list. Gone with the Wind. Yeah, it's Gone with the Wind. It's old. It's racist. It's pretty to look at. I will say that. It's really long too. But for like if you're in film studies and stuff, this I guess is worth watching. Good Boys. I'm surprised I own this either. This is like an okay comedy. It's pretty much Superbad for children. Which Superbad is way better than this. This one I don't remember almost any joke in it, but it's fine, I guess. Ooh, my Goodfellas copy. I love this steelbook. I just think it's so clean and nice looking. And Goodfellas is one of my favorite Scorsese movies. I mean, so many amazing shots. I think it handles all the characters really well. It builds them up super well throughout the film. This is what I mean when we still talk about Scorsese to this day. I don't love a lot of some of his more recent ones. I do feel like some of them are a bit repetitive, but some of his classics are where I still go to for my favorites. Good Will Hunting. I would like to upgrade this at some point, but for now, I mean, this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I own the screenplay as well. Oh my god, just a beautiful film. Just like this is beautiful filmmaking at its finest. Ben Affleck, Matt Damon, Robin Williams especially. Fantastic, phenomenal film. Phenomenal, perfect. The Goonies, Never Say Die. This is the next 4K. I think I got this in like a Walmart bin because it was cheap, and I was like, oh cool, I'll upgrade from my DVD to a 4K. Great movie, very fun. I'm surprised we never got to see. Well, I heard that there's talks about it, especially with Ke Huy Quan now being an Oscar winner. So of course they're gonna want to. But this is a fun movie. Very fun. If you have kids and stuff, show them this because they deserve to see some real classic cinema. Got another Wes Anderson here. This is the Grand Budapest Hotel, probably my favorite Wes Anderson film. I think it's beautiful to look at. I think all the characters are really fun. It's funny. It's not action-packed, but it's got almost action to it and fluidity that a lot of his movies just that is where is his sweet spot. And this movie is one of my favorites of all time. The Great Dictator. This is a Charlie Chaplin film, comedy about Hitler. It's a wacky one. It's weird. I think it's the only Chaplin I own. And I don't know. I've seen a lot of his, but I don't know. A lot of the really old black and white ones, they do kind of blend together a little bit. But this one stands out more just because of the storyline. This is the Grease 3-movie collection. It's got Grease, which is a fantastic film. If you haven't seen that, you definitely should. What are you doing? Grease 2 is not a fantastic film. If you have seen that, what are you doing? And Grease Live was really bad. I watched that with my family. We were in shock about how bad that was and how bad it was shot. Really strange that they even went with it. But it's kind of cool to own it, I guess. But I don't know. The original Grease, though, still holds up. Really fun movie. The Green Knight. A great movie. I just sold my A24 copy, the A24 hardcover copy of it, but I wanted to make sure I kept my 4K of it because this is one of the best films I think I've ever seen in a theater. It really stuck with me. The director, David Lowery, he man knows what he's doing. He does stuff like this, but then he'll move on and he'll just do a kids movie like Pete's Dragon or work on Star Wars Skeleton Crew. So he's very different director than a lot of guys that I see recently. And Dev Patel is also. I think this is the first time I ever saw Dev Patel. He's amazing in this. He's also really good in Monkey Man if you haven't seen it. Oh God, it's Green Lantern. Man, I don't know. This movie it doesn't hold up at all. There's a lot of reasons why this never was supposed to be made. And it's good that Ryan Reynolds' career, I guess, survived after this. More fun fact about this, the same director made 2 of the best James Bond films ever made and the 2 Zorro films as well. So the director knows what he's doing. It's just maybe you just gotta hand him better stuff and not shovel him with a bunch of horrible CGI.
At least Ryan Reynolds agrees with you on that.
That is true. Ryan Reynolds also hates that movie, so I'm not in. Also, in case you're wondering why I have a steelbook of it, it's because it was $2 at my local flea market. So I'm like, why not? Green Room. Oh man, this movie's brutal. And Patrick Stewart plays a Nazi. A neo-Nazi, and he's malicious and vile and mean, and this movie's vile and mean. It's a lot of fun. It's really cool, and I really like it. Gremlins 1 and 2. I love the original Gremlins. A perfect Christmas movie. Gremlins 2. Insane. Just batshit insane. And it has fourth wall breaks, and random stuff just seems to happen. There's a bunch of cameos, and it's a lot of fun, and you should definitely watch it. The Grey, I haven't seen this, I don't think, since it came out. Liam Neeson, he fights some wolves in it, I think. I remember liking it well enough. I'll give it a rewatch soon. But it's pretty good. This is one of my most recent Criterion editions I've actually gotten, is Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio. This movie made me cry when I watched it on Netflix. I was like, I have to have a nice copy of it. Thankfully, they made one. The actual copy is very cool, too. It's got his big nose pops out and stuff to wrap around the whole case. Very beautiful. Criterion loves doing nice stuff when it comes to people like Del Toro and Wes Anderson, so I'm very happy they made this. Back to the Coen brothers, this is Hail Caesar. A lot of people I've talked to don't like this movie. I don't really get the hate. I think this movie's a blast, honestly. And Channing Tatum especially has a crazy dance scene in it. It's got a deal with spies and everything. I don't know, this movie's just a lot of fun. If you haven't seen this one, you definitely should. It's worth a watch. Hairspray. This is the Zac Efron one, right? Yep. This is the good cast. I really like this movie. It's a lot of fun. John Travolta's actually good in it, which is rare for me to say because I'm not a huge John Travolta fan. Sorry. But I think this movie's great. The music's really good. I saw this live last year as well, like on stage, and that was also fantastic. So a fantastic musical. You should definitely watch it.
Face Off is good though.
I like him. I do like John Travolta in Face Off.
We gotta love him.
Yeah, I like John Travolta in Face Off. We talked about that in the last video. But a lot of his movies, I was like, I don't know. I don't think he's the best actor in the world. Halloween. This is the awesome. They did these hardcover copies for the whole series. I'm not a huge fan of most of the series, but the original, I watch it every year. It's a perfect Halloween film, in my opinion. Perfect horror film. Great score. Even just the opening credits of just seeing the pumpkin slowly disintegrate is just beautiful to look at. It's a fantastic movie, and I don't even need to say anything else because I know you've seen it if you're watching this. These are, for some reason, I have steelbooks of both Hangover 1 and 2. I don't really know why. More comedies. I don't think the first one's okay. I can chuckle at the first one. I don't think the second one has almost any joke I really laughed at. And honestly, I don't really like seeing animals like monkeys on screen because they don't know what they're doing. It just always feels like they're probably being mistreated. But they're fine. I don't know. They're not great. But and I don't own the third one because that one's borderline unwatchable. But the first two, they're fine, I guess. The Happening. Oh boy, Marky, what are you doing? This movie's wild. It's one of the best bad movies ever made, though. So if you want to just sit down with some friends, have a drink or two, and have a good time, this is it's a good time. That's for sure. Harold and Maude, another out-of-print Criterion, so if you have it, good on you. This movie is sad. It's about a boy and this older woman kind of becoming friends, and you slowly kind of learn more about both her past and his contemplative nature to himself. This movie is very, very good, it's a sad one, but it's worth a watch. You should definitely check it out if you haven't seen it. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere, but you should try and find a copy somewhere. These are all the Harry Potter movies. I don't know any Fantastic Beasts. I never will. The more and more that J.K. Rowling opens her mouth, the less and less I ever want to rewatch these, honestly. It's just I don't know. I mean, I liked them watching growing up and everything, but please, for the love of God, if you were in the mood for Harry Potter, watch these and watch them on a physical copy so you're not giving her any more money, and do not watch the show when HBO Max makes it, because she's still heavily involved with it and she's still paying a lot of money to hurt trans kids. So, fuck J.K. Rowling, frankly, but these movies do hold up. It's a fun series to watch. The Hateful Eight. This is a cool little slipcover that I got. This is a cool Tarantino movie. Not one of my favorites of his. I think it's a little long. I know he said that he wanted to adapt this into a play, and honestly, it feels like you're watching a play. So, I mean, that's kind of cool. It has a good cast. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad or anything. It's just not one of my personal favorite Tarantino movies. But on a cold winter's night, this could be a lot of fun. The Haunting. This is the original Haunting, the black and white one, not the horrible Owen Wilson one. This movie is really good. I do think the best version we're ever going to get is the Haunting of Hill House series on Netflix. But this movie does hold up. It's it's still creepy and strange and surreal. I really enjoy this. One of my favorite steelbooks I own. I love Heathers. This movie's fantastic. The musical is also great. Dark comedy, and it's very fun and funny and dark and creepy and weird, and I really enjoy it. And if you have similar sensibilities to me, I think you'll also love this. Hedwig and the Angry Inch. This is a Criterion edition. This is a musical, and it's like a rock musical that is a great thing for watching for right now in June for Pride Month. Check this one out. Highly recommend. This is a steelbook for the movie Hercules. No, it's not the Disney one. This is the Dwayne Johnson Hercules. Me and Andrew watched this last year. No one else on earth has seen this, and if they have, they hate it for some reason. Frankly, those guys are just wrong. This movie's a blast. It isn't anything like the trailers marketed as at all. watch this movie first and then watch the trailers. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's a really fun movie, honestly. I wish this is what I like Dwayne Johnson for. So yeah, if you haven't seen this one, I do recommend it. It's a lot of fun. It's underrated, highly underrated. All right, and I'm gonna knock these ones out of the park. The original Del Toro Hellboy 1 and 2. I have them both on 4K. I love these movies. The first one is good. It isn't great. The second one, he takes everything that was good, makes it even better, and adds a lot more better stuff. This movie is fantastic. This one's good. But, you know, they work together very well. Followed by, I bought this on the day of recording today at a farmer's market. This is the David Harbour version. A lot of people, this movie got horrible reviews. It made no money. And to a degree I understand, but to a different degree, this movie should have made more money. Honestly, I think David Harbour's pretty good. It's fun, it's weird, it's surreal, it's very good. You should watch this one. Most people haven't, so that's kind of sad. I feel bad for the character of Hellboy. We're gonna knock these two out. I think I got these in that same Arrow style I mentioned earlier, but I have seen these ones. This is Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, Hellbound. It's Hellbound, Hellraiser 2. The stupid title. But these movies are great. They're creepy and gross. Really good performances by all the guys who have to play the Cenobites. I mean, that makeup could not have been comfortable. But these movies are really good. Honestly, the whole series is fun to watch, but these two hold it the most. Hereditary. I gotta get a better copy of this because honestly, I might have worn out the disc by now. This is my favorite horror film of all time. I saw this in a theater, just by myself with a few other just random people in the audience. And there are scenes in this where I was literally like gripping my chest, like I was like having trouble, like, ooh man, this is getting to me. This movie's dark. This movie is very, very good though. It's still my favorite Ari Aster film, and honestly, I don't even think he's made anything that comes close to it. This is an Akira Kurosawa film, High and Low. It's all about people, trying to gain intel and everything. It's like an espionage film. Denzel Washington is going to be starring a Spike Lee remake of it coming out later this year called Highest to Lowest. But this movie is really good. So since that other one's coming out, that's your chance. Watch this one now. It's very good. Very good. I know we all know Kurosawa for his samurai stuff. So, I mean, this is more underrated than a lot of his stuff. Hitman's Bodyguard. It's Ryan Reynolds and Sam Jackson, and he's a hitman. Nope. He's a hitman. He's a bodyguard. And the movie is boring. So, there you go. This is the Hobbit trilogy. Unlike Lord of the Rings, where I have that really nice edition, this is just basic Blu-rays for... I think that does have... Yeah, it does have the extended versions in it, I believe. But, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the Hobbit trilogy. I think the first one's pretty good, and I think this gets progressively worse and worse. Smaug looks really good in the second movie, and that third movie is borderline unwatchable, in my opinion. Hocus Pocus. I didn't grow up on this one. I watched this for the first time a couple years ago. It's fun. It's a good time. It's a fun little Halloween film. You can watch this one with the family, and the kids aren't going to get scared, hopefully. It's good. Fun performances. They knew what they were doing with that. The second one, the only thing I remember about the second one that Disney Plus made was there was a whole scene where they just walk around a Walgreens for some reason, which was really strange. But this movie's pretty fun. Ooh, I love The Holdovers. I love it. This movie's fantastic. I saw this a couple times in theaters. I think all the performances, especially Dominic Sessa, incredible. And no, this movie made me tear up. I think it's shot beautifully. Paul Giamatti is just a beautiful performance in the heart of this. You should definitely check this one out if somehow you missed this one. Especially watch this in like wintertime. Oh my god. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect for just a snow day. Holiday Inn, a classic holiday film. I watched this, I think for a theater class actually in college, and I was like, oh, I like this one. So I bought the Blu-ray of it. It's a fun little movie. More of like an old school Christmas movie, but if that's what you're in the mood for, you can go wrong. You can go wrong with this one. This makes a good companion piece to something like It's a Wonderful Life. I don't know why I have so many Christmas movies in a row because I don't sort them by season, but this is Home Alone 1 and 2, the only two good Home Alone movies. Macaulay Culkin's fantastic. Obviously, the second one stars our favorite actor, Donald Trump. And these movies are fun. They're great for a reason. Everyone knows them. The Host. This is a Bong Joon-ho film. This is about a mutated fish monster that's eating people. You'll see a lot of his familiar faces that you see in a lot of his movies in this one. And it's the CG doesn't always hold up, but the storyline and message of the film really does. It has some dark comedy to it that I've always loved in his films. Hoosiers. It's a basketball movie. I haven't seen this one yet. I bought this at a Dollar Tree, I believe, and I just haven't checked it out yet. But I do own it, so it's my only basketball movie. Might as well have one, right? Horrible Bosses, another comedy, doesn't hold up. I watched this last year, and I was like, oh, man. I don't know, it has a lot of really good actors in it, but I don't think almost any joke in this really made me laugh, and I've never seen the sequel, and I probably never will because I didn't like this so much. Next up, this is, oh my god, sorry, I switched, it's one of the Arrow copies, so you can switch the cover, and I put the Japanese one on. I think it's the Horrors of Malformed Men. Same Arrow sale, same deal. I haven't seen this one yet. I gotta get around to it. Maybe it'll be another October one. I'll get back to you guys. I've heard this one has some really cool body horror in it, so I am excited to check this one out. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. This one I have. This is the Criterion copy for House. I feel like everyone's seen this cover by now. It's one of the most well-known posters I feel like ever. This movie's nuts. It is nuts. This movie has flying heads and talking pianos and a bunch of random stuff happening, and it's kind of about witches, but not really. The movie's insane, but it's so much fun. This movie made me laugh out loud many, many times. And I thought it was supposed to be horror, and maybe it is, but it's not horrifying at all. It's just very funny. The House with a Clock in Its Walls. This is a little-known Eli Roth film. This has Jack Black in it. It's based on a book, I believe. To be honest, I don't remember much about the plot, but I do remember the practical effects in this are really cool. There's even like a picture online of a giant Jack Black baby monster that they made for it. That's very funny and stupid. So if you haven't seen this one, it's one of Eli Roth's better movies, honestly, in my opinion. House of Gucci. Ridley Scott really never stops making films. I forgot this even was a Ridley Scott film. I really like this in theaters, honestly. I think the music's really good. I think all the performances are fun, except for Jared Leto. Jared Leto's genuinely might be his worst performance, which is saying so much. But this movie's a lot of fun. It's very crazy. And it just, I like seeing a movie that just kind of makes fun of the rich. The OG, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. I do not own the Jim Carrey one. I probably will buy it at some point. But for me, the animated classic will always be the best one. I love this movie. I love the animated style of it. The Grinch song, I think, is still one of my favorite Christmas songs. I really enjoy this movie. So sit down with the kids this Christmas and show them this one. Don't show them the Benedict Cumberbatch one. This is How to Train Your Dragon, the whole trilogy. What better time to watch it than before the new one comes out, the new remake. This is one of the best trilogies of all time. I don't say that lightly. All three, they have such different stories, and all the characters feel like they really grow. The dragons have such awesome and unique designs. This is just some of the best movies you'll ever see. Hunchback, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. I adore the original one. The best version of Hunchback is the stage musical. I worked on it in high school, and if you can find a way to go see the stage musical, please do. It has the original much more darker tone to it. It cuts out some of the lighter humor that the animated film went with, which is fine by me, because honestly I think it makes a better film in the end. And Hunchback Notre Dame 2 is horrible. Don't watch it. I just have this because it was the only way I could get the first one for a cheap on Blu-ray. This is a really cool steelbook collection that I have. This is the Hunger Games. It's all 4 classic Hunger Games films. Got President Snow in the background. Katniss on the front. This is 4K and Blu-ray. All 4 of the originals. I think these movies they still hold up really well. I like the next one, as you're about to see, and I'm excited for the one that's coming out, I think, next year. The one about Haymitch. So, great series. Some of the only YA ones that honestly I think all hold up pretty well. Speaking of which, here we go. Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. They made a steelbook around the same time, so they kind of do the same style. This one has young Snow on the front, and everyone's favorite actress, Rachel Zegler, on the back. Snow White herself. And this is it's Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I thought this was a great 2/3 of a movie. I hate the final third of the movie. I've heard it's better in the book and better paced, but I haven't read the book, so I'm basing it on the movie. But this is it's a good follow up to the original 4. Another steelbook, The Hurt Locker. This is a great Jeremy Renner film. It's a really nice Lionsgate steelbook. And I mean, they always do these cool slipcover ones. This is the 4K and Blu-ray. This is directed by the same woman who made stuff like Zero Dark 30, and she was also married to James Cameron at one point. This movie is very good. It really shows the after effects of war and what that really puts you through. There's a great scene at grocery store that always kind of gets me. So if you haven't seen this one, definitely recommend it. Especially, we all love Jeremy Renner. We're all rooting for him. So, what better time to watch this than before Wake Up Dead Man that comes out later this year. That is all the films for today. I will be back soon, hopefully sooner than it took for this one, with part 3 of this series. I hope you guys are enjoying it. If you have, please leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. In the meantime, this is Alex Lockhart, and this is F4 Film.